What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, readoptionagency.com. 20 plus years selling on eBay. Home of the crooked couch. I can't believe I haven't even got an offer on these Jordan 1s yet. Very odd. And there's just been a lot of stuff lately that just makes you question, like, why am I not even getting an offer on Jordan 1? Jordan 1s are hot right now. So, very weird. And also my other Kobe's. After the red ones sold, I've never even got an offer on these. And they're in nice condition, too. Makes you go, All right. Sales still not all that great throughout the day. Didn't have no big chunk of no sales, so that's a plus. I'll show you here what's happened. So, what did we do? We were at the 8 o'clock hour on the last video, right? So we had one in the 9 o'clock, one at the 10 o'clock, one at 11 o'clock. So very, very light. 2 and 12s, none at 1. Then we had several in the 2, a couple in the 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6, 1 and 7. We are now at 8:15. So no sales in the last 45 minutes. And offers have still been way off today. Like, I've gotten very few offers. So the offer world is still jacked up on eBay. And that being said, if that's off, then you know the sales are still off also. So they usually, at least in the last, year and a half or whatever, when they've been having those offer issues, the checkout issues were right along with them. I haven't had no customers complain about them yet, or about, checking out, but they have gone hand in hand in the past. So if that's something going on now, I do know the site is running and lagging very, very slow. Listing today, I don't know, I may have got near 100. I'm not sure. I wasn't really counting or paying attention. But uploading pictures was just miserable. I mean, so freaking slow. It's like molasses right now. So there's definitely still some heavy issues going on. So hopefully the tech team's getting paid enough to give a crap and get it fixed. All right, so we're going to get what shipped so far. This is what Adrian pulled, and I'm sure I think there's at least 4 more beyond this. I just let the dogs out, fed them their dinner. So they're out there having a heyday barking at the neighbor doggy. All right, so let's get this done. So Jan's watching basketball finals. So after this, I'm going to go back to drafting and listing. So might as well work a little later. Just got done on my bike ride. So I went out for about 2 hours. I think I did like 23 miles on the bike ride. Felt good. Felt real good. So nice relaxing ride. That's the good thing about exercising. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the more relaxing it gets. It's always been relaxing for me anyway, because I love to sweat. I love that feeling that you're putting your body into, you feel like you're extending your body life, or, building the muscles and whatever. I just love that feel. That's kind of my addiction. Like, if I could, I would ride, if my body would let me, or I should say, if I would learn how to let my body let me, if that makes sense. I would ride 7-10 hours at a time, but my body usually starts shutting down, because before, obviously, I ate like crap, and I'm trying to, rectify that. But the next step, maybe for next summer, is to learn what to eat to, to prolong a bike ride, what I need to take with me, as in, protein bars, whatever the case may be, Anyway, just something to sustain your body, to keep it going so it doesn't cramp up and things like that. So I'll eventually get into that, but baby steps. First, we're, even with my I thought on the little trip, when I take trips, all bets are off. I'm going to eat whatever, do whatever. But actually I think I only ate one time a day while I was on the trip too. And I only eat one time a day normally when I'm here. my body just doesn't need it. Thankfully, you know, I know to listen to my body. If my body says eat, I eat something. But since I started this, my body really hasn't needed to eat more than once a day, even on the days I have this bike ride. Now, if the kids get hungry, you know, before bed or something, they go out and get Taco Bell or something like that, I might just say, hey, just give me one taco, just to get some fuel into my body. You know, something small like that ain't gonna do too much damage, except maybe make me poop. But I try to avoid it. But like I said, I listen to my body, and my body right now is working on one meal a day and very little, thankfully. So I always wanted to get into that whole feeding your body with the sun thing. I don't know if you know about it. I haven't done too much deep reading into it or anything like that. But there's a practice out there where if you, like, you know, kind of sit in the sun or meditate in the sun or something, that the sun can actually feed your body with the right nutrients or whatever to fuel your body where you don't have to eat. Now, I don't know how far-fetched it is or anything like that. Like I said, I've just kind of glimpsed into it and haven't dug into it, but I love the thought of that, you know. I would love not to have to eat and just like freaking go outside for 45 minutes under the sun or something, you know, but I love stuff like that. So I'm not into religious and the whole thing like that, but I'm into the energies and the what the sun has to offer, what nature has to offer. You know, I love that whole feel of the life. I'm not like one of those crazy people that says, you know, don't eat meat. And I'm not saying those people are crazy, because I'd like to not eat meat too. Well, James, you just said they are crazy. So technically you did say that. But that's not really what I meant. I meant one of those far off people who kind of just go after people who do things. That's what I mean by crazy. But, yeah, I'm just talking a lot, ain't I? But, I don't know. Because I understand the laws of nature, you know, predators and what have you. So there's a reason creatures eat meat and they eat other creatures on the planet. There's a reason for that. Is there a way around that? And that's where you get into the vegans now, and, you know, can sun feed your body and, you know, all that kind of cool stuff. So it's just interesting, but I'm not like one of those over the top type of people when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just like the thought of it. And I like playing around with my body and playing around with my mind. And now that I don't have so much pressure and stress on my mind, I'm getting back into that headspace. I'm not there yet, where I can just like experiment with energy and feeling and stuff like that. So it might sound kind of weird and kooky, but what's up, Mr. Vern? I've had a lot of weird things happen where I felt it before it happened, type of thing. So, what's up, girl? So I have a little bit that's more than just coincidences. Let's just say that. I won't get into them on this, and I probably even mentioned them a little bit here and there in the past videos. But so that's why I like the thought of it, because I've kind of seen it a little bit, so, or experienced it myself, I should say. And it's one of those things where it's hard to believe if you don't experience. Almost like, I don't believe in Bigfoot unless, you know, even though you don't believe the people who actually said they've seen Bigfoot just because you've never seen Bigfoot. You know what I mean? So, even though I'd love to go Bigfoot hunting. Let's go. All right, let's get this stuff done. James, you're talking too much. That's 9 minutes already. Sorry about that. No, I'm not. Let's go. That's just me being real. That's all. That's what you get. And if you noticed on the videos where I go out and bike ride, I usually end up talking a lot more or being a lot more goofy, just because my body's just all awoken, but not in that weird controversial awoken, in a spiritual, not even spiritual, just energy, just yeah, adrenaline. Man, maybe that's it. Shut up, James. God, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right, 60s British invasion. Little 10 box set here. So for $9, headed to Clute, Texas. I think that's the thing. Like, a lot of people use religion to get themselves through life and whatever. You know, I don't do religion, but I understand the meaning, or the reason for it. Because because some people, you know, need that. I think that's what I kind of use the whole energy space as, is kind of like my religion. Like, I want to learn how to move objects with my mind, you know, with just energy of projecting energy and moving something. I've always been fascinated with that kind of stuff. So, James, you're crazy, man. You're a little kooky. All right, we got this Superman Six Flags hat sold for $10, headed to Tacoma, Washington. Roll Party Collection. That's a Pizza Hut cassette. Sold for $5, headed to Carl Junction, Missouri. Boom, 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 boom. We got Chicago vinyl. Sold for $6, headed to Boise, Idaho. Alrighty, we've got these Nike Scandals. Or did I misprint Vandals? Because I think these are like Vandals, unless there is Scandals, and I don't know. They look like Vandals, but maybe I misspelled. Don't remember. Never heard of a Scandal. But that's what I typed. All right, 3150, headed to South Hills, Pennsylvania. Best of Big Band Vocalist CD. Sold for $5, headed to Roseville, California. Kind of stinks. It seems like none of my honey hole stuff has been moving the last couple of days, except for that dragon, but that wasn't even I put it up a little while ago, but still. I don't know. It's just weird. All right, Latour. Cold single. So far, $9, headed to England. So I went to the honey hole today and got about 150 like alternative CDs, and they gave me a good deal. They gave me half off on them because got so many, and because they love me so much. And it looks like since I didn't go yesterday, because I only go like Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I missed some vinyl yesterday. There was a new box in the vinyl section, and it only had like 3 in it, and they were good ones, and I grabbed them. So I'm thinking I missed a whole box of good vinyl yesterday. I'm like, that could have been me. But hey, other people got to eat too, right? So no problem there. But yeah, I was like, I would have loved to see at least what was in it. Like if somebody got it before I got there, and I could at least, hey, can I just see what you're getting? I like doing that. So, all right. But I don't get like I used to, when I first started reselling, I would be like, man, I missed that. And I just feel like, you know, I would constantly think about it. But probably for the last 7-8 years, I kind of got over that, and I get more excited for the person of what they found. I'm like, man, that is so cool. A great find, you know, type of thing. So, but yeah, if you can get over that hump, it makes life, it makes reselling a lot easier and actually a lot more fun. But anyway, Paul McCartney CD sold for $5.60, headed to Greenville, Rhode Island. Normally the Ruddles stuff sells really quick. This has been in the store over 2 years. Sold for $10, headed to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Frank Sinatra, 16 most requested songs. And this is a lame what sold video, ain't it? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. This is so lame. Sold for $4, headed to Irvine, California. I need to call eBay and just go, are you guys trying to put us out of business? Is that your goal? You just trying to put us out of business? With all your site updates? You say you're trying to better the experience. You're just trying to put us out of business, aren't you? No, but all right. Trying to keep a positive spin on it. I've been trying to do that. I think I've been doing very well. I'll let you be the judge of that, because you're the ones, you know, with an unbiased viewing and listening, you know, situation. But I think I've been trying to keep it more motivating and just trying to keep the facts out there, but yet keep you motivated. That's what I've been trying to do. Hopefully I'm doing a good job. All right, the Throbs cassette sold for $6, headed to Oxford, Mississippi. I always feel like the pups are watching me. I love them too. They're so funny. I put a bunch of, if you saw the morning video, you saw her tail. So I've been putting some hot spot spray on it all day. So I haven't seen her mess with it. So I'll check it in the morning. I'll put some more spray on it tonight before we go to bed. But look at him. Look at her. She wants to sleep, but she's watching me. So cute. Are you ready for a headlight? Yeah. Not you, but I'll take you. Conway Freight with the little flames going on, NASCAR hat. And then we got a cool vintage Missouri Woody Woodpecker hat. I used to love that show. That was one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. And a nice little Anico hat there, but or something like that. But anyway, 2 hats sold for $30. So I think the Woodpecker Woody was 21 by itself and 9 for that one. And they're headed to South Korea. All right, we've got Under Armour hat. This is a youth one. Sold for $9, headed to Georgia. Bayside band shirt vacancy. Sold for $15, headed to Springfield, Ohio. Next up, we've got this just blank gray McGregor vintage t-shirt. Got this cool little tag right there with a little stain. Sold for $9, headed to Israel. Want to hear another story that some of you might think is kooky and crazy, but some of you may be into. Since we got so little to ship, and we only got 2 left here. But another thing I'm fascinated with is trying to tap into your mind that you don't currently use. You know, I know there's a lot of experiment out there and stuff, and then like, was it the Rain Man or whatever? People like that who can just, you know, read and retain everything and all that good stuff and what's different about their minds. I'm fascinated with that. So I've always been fascinated with trying to see, without technology or anything, if you can find a way to tap into something else in your brain. And I don't know if let's just say this one time I was trying to do that, and you have to kind of just basically, I guess it's almost like a meditation state, even though I'm not into meditation and all that. But you just try to get into this, I don't know, this state, this other worldly state, if you will. I don't know, it sounds weird, I know. But there was this one time where I had this, like, such an overwhelming feeling as I was trying to attempt this. It was a feeling in my body I had never felt before, and I've never felt since, right? And it actually freaked me out, and I stopped. I got scared and backed off. It just felt like my body was going somewhere different. I was literally afraid I was going to die. You know, I was afraid that I was shutting my body down or something. It was just so weird and overwhelming and a different feeling and experience. I actually shut myself off. I'm like, okay, I'm done. It actually scared me because, like I said, I thought I was going to, you know, I didn't know if I was going to die or if I was going to achieve something or, you know, find a different state of mind or whatever the case may be. But yeah, kind of weird, I know. But hey, we're all weird in a little bit in one way or another. So anyway, I like to stay grounded in reality, but experiment with the you know, stuff that we don't see. I believe clearly as a human, the human ego likes to think that we know everything or we're this almighty, we're important and stuff like that. But I kind of view it differently and view that we're just a nothing in the whole spectrum of everything. And there's so much that we can't comprehend, that our brains won't let us comprehend. That, you know, whether that's other frequencies, whether it comes to seeing or hearing or just all together. So I love trying to tap in. Like if you watch some of those ghost shows, like I only watch one when I watch it, and that's the Taps Ghost Hunter people. Those are the only ones I trust. I don't trust any of the other ones where they use all those, you know, special machines to try to pick up different wavelengths and frequencies and stuff like that. So I'm really into that kind of stuff, but not over the top into it, kind of recreational enjoy type of into it, if you will. Anyway, vintage Chicago Cubs shirt. All right, $12.50. Headed to La Grande, Oregon. La Grande, maybe. La Grande, Oregon. Yay! I'm glad I sold another one of these. How many did I end up getting that day? Just of the Wolverines. How many do I got in my store? Let's see. I still got... Oh, this must be a large. Okay, so this, I only got one left of this size. Large, extra large. So the other one must be a different size that I got a lot of. Because I think I've only sold 2 of those thus far. Anyway, sold for $7. Headed to Michigan. Okay, I just found something interesting. So I'm only showing I sold 1 item in the 8 o'clock hour. We're at 8:54 right now. But yet I just looked at my orders and I've got like 5 that sold within the 8 o'clock hour. So now it appears the emails are not coming through from eBay to my Hotmail. But I do have a honey hole score sale. So I'm going to definitely get that pulled and shipped out tonight because that was a good $1 right there. So let me go pull that real quick. So boom, are you ready for a Levi lot? Yeah. So I had bought 3 of these at the Honey Hole for $20 a piece. I did pay up for them, but they're new with Tangs. They had other sizes too, but I didn't touch them because they didn't have such a good sell-through rate as these did. So I sold one the other day, and now somebody just came in and bought both pairs. So I've got $40 into these, and I put them up maybe a week ago or so. And together they both sold for $98. So not bad at all. Headed to Rock Island, Illinois. And if you're new, my numbers do not include the shipping amount I charge. So boom. So yeah, we've got a little bit of more pulling to do, it looks like, but I might save some of this for tomorrow. But I'm definitely getting these out. All right, so I do got 6 other items, but I want to just get those tomorrow morning. We're already at 9 o'clock, and I want to get some more drafting and listing done. That being said, that is why I think going back to the, finding this honey hole and going back and getting these high dollar items here and there a few times a week. This is exactly what I wanted it to do. Do I have some high dollar items in storage? Yeah. Where are they? I don't know. How much average items do I have to go through to get to those high dollar items? And then I'm sure they're spotty. I don't know. So I think it was a good call on my part, patting myself on the back. Hey, you got to do that every once in a while, right? Doing this and getting that, because I thought I was just going to have a purely miserable day, and now with a $100 sale, it's a little less miserable. So that's exactly the reasoning why I am doing the honey hole, is to have like the dragon this morning, $40, boom, and that. So like I've said many times before, it's great to have a foundation of stuff, and then to have these pops on top of it is beautiful. Makes life more exciting. Makes reseller life more exciting. These puppies are like, it's our time to go out front. It's 9 o'clock. We know what time it is. All right. I've wasted enough of your time. Hopefully you got something out of this video, so it wasn't technically a waste of time. But I enjoyed making it, so boom. All right, I'm getting back to work after I take these kids out front, let them roam around and smell all the animals that have visited it in the last 24 hours. Okay, I'm coming. All right, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching and liking and subbing and subscribing and all that good stuff. And I better get out before they get really mad at me. All right, later, everybody.